Hi there, I'm Don Alejandro, and this is my good friend,
John Harney.
and this is Two Grumpy Men Deconstructing Leftists. Now, one of the things that's going to come up in the debates and in the comments is you can't say that about all of them. And that is a very common thing that goes on. Well, you can't say about not all this or that, not all that or that. And this is a different way that people on the left and people on the right come to define words. Okay, so if I were to say John Smith is a vegan, me as someone on the right believes you can deduce things from that statement. We can say, okay, well, he is a vegan, therefore he does not eat meat. Seems simple enough. On the other hand, now we have problems because there are words that don't mean as much. Okay, we can say, okay, John Smith is a Christian. What does that really mean? Some Christians are nice, some Christians are not nice. So being Christian doesn't really mean anything. We can say John Smith is an atheist. Well, all that means is he doesn't believe in God. That doesn't actually mean anything. And then we get on and on to more words. Now, that's the difference. Now, someone on the right believes, like I said, that we can deduce things. So in future videos, when I say leftist this, people on the right that, I'm making a blanket statement. I'm defining them from their positions. Are they a true leftist? Are they someone who follows what we can logically expect from a leftist? Now, some people are going to disagree. Some people are going to say, well, no. And I really don't want to waste time on that. I really don't want to say, well, not for this counts for most people. Or, there are some people this doesn't apply to, because that makes for a very weak presentation, that makes for very sloppy thinking. And so for this video, I'm just clarifying for future videos that when I say someone is a Christian, I'm saying this person acts in the likeness to Christ. If I say this person is a right-winger, I'm going to assume that they are the total package. I may qualify them as, John Smith is a right-winger, except on the issue of gun control. I might qualify that. But blanket statements, I think, are more intellectually honest, they are more satisfying, and they're more accurate. And now that I've said my piece, John Hardy.
Well, I think that you hit upon a common practice where some people try to find specific definitions versus some people who are happy with a very general or aloof style way of defining something. And so, look, is it correct to say that everyone on the left is this way and everyone on the right is that way? No, because as an individual, everyone's going to have a little different way of comprehending, of logic, and of expression. And so doing a whole blanket the left is going to be this way in terms of their interpretation of words. Well, I don't think that is exactly correct. But I will tell you that there is a tendency and a somewhat of a track record in how they view certain events and how they view certain ideas and thoughts, right? And so while I don't think that the blanket, doing a blanket general statement to cover all liberals, I do see what you're saying in terms of how they deal with when they talk about the right. Right? People on the right are all Bible thumping Christians who are nuts and want to shoot people in the head. And it's like, well, you know what? They can, you can say that about the right, and then the right can come and say that, you're just a bunch of kale eating homosexuals. And so, is it correct? Well, yes and no. Are there people like that on the right? Yes. Are there people like that on the left? Yes. But are there crossovers? Are there people who are just completely centrist and are just looking for the best fit because they don't consider themselves Republican or Democrat. They're looking at society and they're saying, well, there's a lot of things that are wrong. There's a lot of things that need to be changed. Who's giving me the best options?
Well,
and that's where the Democrats fail.
Well, let me go ahead and jump in the deep end here. I can say something like homosexual people, their relationships are naturally sterile. I can say something like that.
Well, you could.
Yeah, I can say that if you are in a relationship with another member of the same sex, you're not going to have kids. And you're going to have people out there that are going to tell me that, no, that's not true. You know, they're going to try to point to transgenders. They're going to say, well, adoption is the same thing. And they're going to go ahead and do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, and we'll go ahead and address this. We're going to include this in future shows. Until then, I'm Don Alejandro. This is my good friend
John Harney,
and this is Two Grumpy Ben on how the left and right define things. Take care. See you next time.
Bye.